Hi, Mana here, and you're watching Learn English with Mana. Today's topic on our 10-day public speaking challenge is hand gesture. How to use your hands when you're talking is very important. Okay, now what are hand gestures? How can we define it in our little understanding? Hand gesture generally are movements that accompany your speech. Okay, how you move your hands when you're talking to convey meaning, to emphasize points, and to also engage with the audience. Okay, the first one that we need to talk about example is when you are enumerating points. For example, counting, you can use your hands saying 1, 2, 3, 4. That's very useful. You can use your hands to do that. Second example is to illustrate size or shape. All right, so if you want to talk about how something is small, how something is big, all right, you can use your hands to illustrate that also. It's very important. And example number 3 is to emphasize emotion. For example, placing your hands on your chest, it shows some sort of respect. Throwing your hands in the public like politicians can do. We're going to build this, we're going to destroy this, we're going to enhance this. That way you can emphasize, you can show emotion or emphasize on something. Now, what are the benefits of hands gesture? First one is that it enhances engagement. All right, the first benefit, enhance engagement. Now it add visual interest and dynamic movement. All right, you'll notice some people when they're talking, they're using their hand like this. That's enhancing engagement. The second one is to convey confidence. Now it shows enthusiasm and authority. Like for example, when you see people, the politicians or activists doing a hand like this, that's an authority. Like freedom. Okay. Now, the third benefit is it illustrates point. It helps audience to understand complex issue. All right. So you can start, for example, you see some speakers when they're talking. We have this as our first idea, this as our second idea, and this as our third idea. So the first one that they talk about this, they will use your hands to show it. The second one and the third one. So using your hands also is important. Yes, very, very important. And emotional connectivity. Emotional connectivity. Convey emotions and other complex ideas. I don't want to talk about it, but I gotta bring this one. For example, those who supported the German that Adolf Hitler. You should see the hands here, and then they do that. They had Hitler, like this. Okay, so that's an emotion or connecting with people. So effective hand gestures can make your speech more engaging, more memorable, and more impactful. Okay, so make sure the next time that you are speaking, your hands shouldn't be placed in your pocket. No, it's not good. It shouldn't be placed in front of you. It should be on your side. And as you start your speech, you can use it in other different directions. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.